Chainsaw Man anime is finally on the air, and I think I speak for a lot of anime viewers, especially throughout the entire year of 2022. We were ready for this. It's been kind of a dry year for anime, and I think the fall season is really kicking things off. But I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about the anime. It's been on the air for about 3 weeks now, so I thought I'd just, say my general thoughts on it. Feel free if you want to stick around and hear what I gotta say about it, or you can go watch the new season of Mob Psycho. I would highly recommend it. I would be fine with you clicking off to go watch it, or go hop back on that Modern Warfare 2 grind. That's probably what I'm going to be doing by the time this video gets out anyway, like 3 weeks later after recording. Chainsaw Man's first part in the manga was really good. I was a big fan. It even cracked the top 10 for someone like me. That's not very hard to do, by the way. Part 1 of the manga is jam-packed with action, good storytelling, and a very just high-octane thrill ride from start to finish. Tatsuki Fujimoto really did a great job with Chainsaw Man. I know he had a lot of kind of failed stories before that, and Chainsaw Man was kind of his first one to really break through. First part of Chainsaw Man's like a jack of all trades. It can do action, it can do sad, it can do funny, it can do not funny, it can do burgers, it can do the Chicago Devil. There's a lot of things really good about the first part of it. It's got villains on par with some of the best in the new gen manga scene right now, I would argue. But that's enough about the manga, because I'm assuming a lot of you guys are coming from the anime. Let's just start at the beginning. The openings and endings for Chainsaw Man are actually really good. They're doing something, to my knowledge, that no other show has done when trying to do 12 different endings for 12 different episodes. Not to mention the songs aren't just playing by themselves or anything. They also got their own special animation ending to go with it, which is one of the highlights of literally each episode. And not just the opening, because a lot of people were kind of losing their minds about this and saying, oh, look at the film references, oh, look, a cool song. The movie references were cool. They're kind of taking the next level between trying to bridge anime to normal TV. They got the Pulp Fiction fanboys on their side now. There's very few songs between real TV and movies that I kind of take to my Spotify and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put this on in the car on the way to school. And I'm not just listening to like your standard Bluebird and Naruto openings, which I do have a place for. I think they're pretty good. And I did have a phase, I'm not gonna lie, where every Spotify Wrapped I was having the Fire Force intro on the top of my list. And then I sat down one day and I said, I cannot be doing this. But I genuinely do think that anime produces a lot of really good songs. Take, for example, the third ending to Chainsaw Man. It's a straight metal banger with some crazy production by Maximum the Hormone, who did the openings and endings for Death Note. I'm greatly appreciative of an anime that tends to push the boundaries of music in anime. And please, just put some metal in your anime. It just makes everything 10 times better. There's a lot of good animation in these endings, especially this third one. Really blew my mind away. Every opening and ending has perfectly got the vibe. It's like the writers are like lovers of the show. Like they basically wrote the show. Like it's Fujimoto himself. Because everything in here has perfectly gotten the vibe of Chainsaw Man. We're really getting to a point where I don't know if it's a good or bad thing to be called a fan of Chainsaw Man. Like I forgot how down bad these first few arcs are, man.
Airing today, aren't we?
Since we're just going in order here, the animation's the next thing I kind of wanted to talk about. Mappa Studios is sort of infamous for the CGI predicament, I suppose. And I think over time people have grown to kind of appreciate Attack on Titan for its CGI and animation style. COVID really had everyone on end because Attack on Titan was airing in 2020 and people were hating on this even though it was a direct copy of the manga. People saw Denji rolling around in bed and were like, oh, they've ruined my show. When looking at something like Chainsaw Man, you really want to get the vibe of it in the animation. It can't simply just be disconnected from the story, you know what I mean? Oh, by the way, when I'm talking about vibes for an anime, I don't mean like going to Spotify and looking up Chainsaw Man vibes. How It Smells Like Teen Spirit sound anything that would be in Chainsaw Man. Let's be honest for half a second here.
Denji here is a human. However, he can also turn into a devil.
When you're dealing with Chainsaw Man, you gotta have a really kind of dirty, grimy feel about the animation. This person literally doesn't shower, that's why I'm calling it dirty. And Mappa Studios, I think, kind of outdid themselves with this animation. It does a really good job between cutting back from hand-drawn animation to CGI. I do think some rotoscoping was used when animating this. If you guys don't know what rotoscoping is, this is an animation tactic where you basically, it's similar to like motion capture. You guys play the new Call of Duty campaign? That thing's got a ton of motion capture in it, and that's why it looks like freaking real life. And I don't like when people see like 2K and they're like, oh, I thought this was real basketball, because it's clearly not. Shut up. But genuinely, when it comes to anime, rotoscoping is one of my favorite techniques, and I wish that more shows did it. Chainsaw Man definitely does not do it to the degree that something like Attack on Titan was doing it, with like all these cool transitions and arm and facial expressions and whatnot. But they are using it to somewhat of a degree, I believe, for the fight scenes and such. Because in general, when you're watching this, you get kind of the hand-drawn animation vibe, and then you'll switch over to a fight, and you'll see these sort of smoother but kind of choppier movements, because it is kind of jarring to look at in a way. Take something like Berserk, for example. This looks just crazy bad. Like, it looks detached from the background. It looks like a green screen, like you just dropped it over this PNG background or something. But with Chainsaw Man, they actually got it right. In a way, Chainsaw Man's also a pretty dark story for the most part, but they really do have a nice colorful element to it. And I imagine as the story kind of goes on, we might see some of this color fade as some of the life is taken out of the story, because at the time right now, it's to a degree kind of a fun, exciting shonen type story, but also at its core slightly different. But if you guys think the animation looks bad, I'm not gonna fight you on that, because that's just your opinion, man. Like take me for example. I've got my student Adobe plan. I opened it up a few days ago and I went to Adobe Animate. I literally never did this thing before, and it's freaking tough. How do you even work this thing? I mean, the animations you guys have seen in this with like the moving backgrounds and stuff, that literally took me weeks. That's why you're seeing this come out at the time that it is right now. And also because Modern Warfare 2 is out and I'm grinding that instead of making video. I don't think I'm really going to get into the actual story of Chainsaw Man, because you guys have seen it. It's only 3 episodes. There's not that whole much to watch. But really quick, the sound design of this show goes nuts. Every time there's a fight, I'm almost not even hyped for the animation and stuff. Well, I am obviously, but that's just me trying to be over dramatic. The sound design is awesome. Like halfway through the fight, I'm hearing this sick song playing in the background that sounds like an old Pac-Man sort of like techno game. I don't know how to describe that, but that's what this song sounds like, and I think it's from the original Chainsaw Man trailer. But also the Chainsaw Man noises mixed with these like yells and stuff go so hard. The Chainsaw Man animation is really cool because it's just like an effect on the chainsaw. It's not actually spinning, it's just an effect, which I think looks really dope. And then the sounds of it speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, it looks awesome, and it sounds really cool. So that's about all. Chainsaw Man anime has been really cool so far. I'm excited to see where they go with it. Hopefully we're gonna get that second part DLC. Like, I'm still hoping on a part 2. Maybe they just didn't announce it yet. Regardless though, I think it's gonna be a strong season. Hope you guys enjoy it, and also hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you guys for watching and hanging out here for a bit. Come back if you want to see some more content. Alright. Good night, everybody. See you later.